Jeremiah Budin, hello,
Hey,
welcome.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for doing this. It's been a while. You and I, knew each other because we worked at a sports comedy website together.
Yep,
So, the natural question is, are you watching Korean baseball right now?
I have not. I don't even know where to watch Korean baseball. I would watch the shit out of Major League Baseball right now for sure.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Have you ever been able to watch just like a college game where you don't know the players? I can't get into it.
I think like so many of the people that grew up in this area, they hate college sports. I grew up in Columbus, Ohio, so big Ohio State fan. But I think
Right.
they always say that it's like because the football or the basketball isn't as good. I think it's because you don't know the personalities.
Yeah, that's what I've always thought. And also, like, I'm not. Well, I grew up in New York, and I didn't go to a big school, so I've never had a college to be a fan of. I was thinking the other day, I for some reason I came across like a sports story in the New York Times that I wanted to read, and I remembered that as a child I didn't have a TV, and all of my sports fandom was literally just reading the sports section of the New York Times every
Oh
day.
my god.
And I can't imagine like a worse vehicle for sports information than just like a dispassionate recounting of like the facts of the day. It's amazing that I got into it at all.
Well, but I think your personality is a little bit of like the Moneyball,
Yeah, I just got
sabermetrics.
obsessed over stats.
Yeah.
That was my entree into that world.
All right, let's see what we got a Tuesday here. Hopefully not
Yep.
too hard for us.
Yeah, we can do this.
All right, let's see. Rapid transits.
Rapids. I don't know where that is.
Um,
Rapids, transits.
I
It's
think
like a
like
lot.
rafts or something.
Yeah, rafts. I guess.
Yeah, foot or furlong, like metric or
Yeah, it's like some kind of measurement. I guess.
yeah unit.
Unit. Yeah, that's good.
All right, I hate these like double things. With 10 down, enthusiastic south of the border ascent. We'll come back to that. Constellation with oh boy, you big into astronomy?
I know one. It's Orion, so that's probably it.
Let's say
No,
that.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is like that's like Orion's belt, right?
Maybe that's impressive that you know that.
It's the one that I know. So
It is a Tuesday. I don't think it would be a deep cut.
it'd be Orion or like the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper.
Yeah. Resonance of the Eternal City. Don't know what that means.
Don't know the Eternal City.
Noah's.
Ararat. Ararat. I have an uncle who's a Jewish folk singer.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He has a song about Noah's Ark that one of the lines is, I think it goes, grab your coat, grab your hat, and I'll meet you at the bottom of Ararat, which I thought was funny because the bottom of Ararat would be, I hope he doesn't watch this, but it would be underwater and flooded. You want to be at the top of the mountain when the world is flooded.
That's really funny. Yeah, it's like you haven't cleared the flood zone yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Uncap maybe.
Uncap, yeah.
Oh boy. Printed publicity slangly.
INK.
Oh, you're
Got
right.
good ink.
Toe.
Bears have 20 toes. Oh yeah, because they have paws.
Oh
that
right.
Makes sense.
Product warning label appropriate for the answers to the 4-star clues. Dessert with light and dark streaks.
Something cake.
Yeah.
Marble cake.
Boom. All right.
Are you baking?
No, are
you one of those people? No, of course not. Like them barely cooking still.
Yeah.
I got some chicken I gotta make tonight before it goes bad.
My kids have been watching Master Chef Junior, and so they've been like cooking a little bit more. But there's a college football reference.
What? I missed it.
The Black Knights of college football. Says Tyke Dundee. Nay. Oh boy. Yeah, the one thing I've been doing is I've been trying to keep track of what's expiring when and using it.
Yeah, I'm not doing well at that either.
In general, are you a big cook?
Not usually. I'm doing a little more now. I'll make like pasta.
I always feel like I'm not an adult because I'm not a good
Yeah, same.
Cook. You feel like that's
One of many bits of evidence, all building a pretty strong case.
excuse meant to elicit sympathy. Au courant, you speak French?
Don't speak any French.
Me neither. It's below 7 on the pH scale. Acid?
Acid.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, we'll come back to the theme.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get the big one.
Brown, I guess, was single sex until 1971.
Yeah,
Didn't
that
know
checks
that.
out.
My college was all boys and then changed to women before I got there, but this is Haverford College, but the result was a lot of the dorms, they just didn't have the plumbing for multiple bathrooms on a hall, so we had co-ed bathrooms.
That was
which is weird.
probably less bad for you.
Less bad for me. Info for an Uber or Lyft customer for short. ETA?
Oh, yeah. Or the other one.
Yeah.
Post boxes, cereals.
Boom. Thank you.
Nice. I've been eating cereal. I know cereal.
You've always known cereal.
Oh, yeah. That's one of my areas.
So when you go on Jeopardy and they ask you, like, what are your areas?
Cereal. I don't know. I probably wouldn't if the category was just like basic types of cereal. I'd do fine. But on Jeopardy, they're probably gonna come at you from a different angle.
That might not be the Jeopardy angle on that. When air conditioners.
This is a type of cereal that tastes like cinnamon.
Oh, here's a sports one for us.
Oh yeah.
What's your take on John Elway? Do you like him or hate him?
I only really got into football in college, so anybody who played pre 2000, I just don't have much of that. Like I know he is the GM of the Broncos. I'm sure he's a piece of shit. I'm sure he's a real bad guy, but I don't really know anything about him.
Just because all pro athletes, 99% are probably jerks.
Yeah, he's like an ex-quarterback executive now.
Right.
Doesn't he like Trump? I feel like he likes Trump.
Really? Oh boy.
Yeah, I would bet. Have you ever watched Survivor?
What? No.
Could I entice you to start watching? If you go start to finish right now, it's only 500 hours of just all 40 seasons of Survivor. I really cannot recommend it highly enough. I think it's completely replaced the sports void. The reason I thought of it is because the current season is going to end tomorrow.
Oh.
And there's 3 people that might win, and I'm pretty sure that they all like Trump.
Oh
so
my!
I'm pretty upset about that.
I'm kind of a snob about reality TV. It takes a lot for me to get into one.
What's the good reality TV?
I mean, to me, it would be stuff that you would almost call a documentary.
So The Thin Blue Line, for example. Or The Fog of War.
Oh, this is Sheryl Crow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Eureka?
What's that?
Eureka, for I found it.
Awesome.
One of those vowel words. Da Vinci Code, nope.
Did you read that?
What? The Da Vinci Code? Yeah. I
You
read
did?
it years later just out of curiosity. It was bad. It wasn't good at all.
Really?
I'm a little confused about it. Was just so clearly horrible. It was page turnery, I guess. I forget even what the plot is, but you want to find out what happens. But it was I just felt embarrassed reading it.
Is that what you call a Verizon or Comcast?
I mean, I would believe you if you told me it was.
ISP? No, because this is penal code.
Could be naval code. But that probably, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think that, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think maybe it's just the conspiracy thing. People love conspiracies. So it's
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus, had sex with Mary or whatever.
I can't remember what I feel like a lot of it just had to do with anagrams and rearranging words. It's kind of the basic, if you're trying to write one of those.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, that's going to be rattlesnake. 47 across.
Oh, you're right. Boom.
Tree.
Oh, it is that. Okay. You seem like you read a fair amount of novels.
Yeah.
It surprises me that you would also be. This is very snobby of me, but that you would be super into Survivor. Those seem like different
Yeah,
populations.
look, I contain multitudes. I'm just a layered. No, do you know that I am like a poker player now?
Yeah.
That's what I do
How's
full
that
time.
going?
So I watch a lot of TV shows with 20% of my brain. So I should actually say that Survivor is a great show to watch if you also want to focus intently on something completely different at the same time.
That's great.
You can really just kind of like go in and out.
Language in which thank you is grazie to Italiano.
Bella.
What's your foreign language? Do you have one?
I did Spanish in high school, but then
Yo también.
I was in AP Spanish in senior year, and I ended up having to drop out like right before the end of the first semester because I was going to get like a C the first semester because I wasn't doing the work and I didn't want that like one C in my college application right at that time. That's so smart. Instead I completely abandoned the language and it worked out great.
Well, look what we're looking at here. We're looking at a Spanish thing here, but I can't see it.
Sí, señor. Right?
Yes. You nailed it.
I mean, that's what 7.5 years of Spanish will get you.
In style.
Baccarat, right?
So. Excuse meant to elicit sympathy. So. Oh, sob story.
Yeah.
First thing to do on a to-do list. Oh, top priority. Are you a big to-do list guy? Do you put everything down on an actual list?
These days I'm juggling one responsibility every 2 weeks ish. I mean, this is the closest I've had to like having a responsibility recently. So I haven't had too much need for them. So are you like the primary teacher of your kids now?
Initially, I was in charge of homeschool, and I figured, well, at least I can teach them what I'm interested in. Like we can work on writing, improv, stupid stuff like that. But then the school started setting up Zoom meetings, and that turned me into more of an IT administrator. Because then it's just like every meeting has a different password, and you got to figure out who needs the device when, and that's very ungratifying.
Yeah, right. It's not your interest at all. Arthur Ashe.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that one. Yeah, he and I have the same birthday.
Oh, cool.
So I've always been a pretty big fan. A lot of people don't like him, but I do, because...
Wait, do people actually not like him?
No, I'm joking. He's like the
I think
most
he's like a universally revered guy.
Yeah.
You want to know a cool sports thing?
Yeah,
This is unrelated to the crossword. But my second favorite baseball player ever died of COVID, which is sad, but it's not that sad. I think he was basically in like a vegetative state for the past like 10 years.
Okay.
In a nursing home. So it's whatever. But he's this guy named Scary Steve Dalkowski. Have you ever heard of him? Do you know this guy?
No, but I love when you come up with these references. Here, I'm gonna end it for us, and then you tell me about stereo.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're doing the crossword.
Wait, we're not quite. Okay. There we go. Pumpkin is pumpkin. So what's this dude's deal?
Scary Steve Dalkowski. He's probably the fastest thrower in baseball history. He played in like the 70s, I think, maybe into the like 60s, 70s, and maybe 80s. He basically never made it out of the minors because he couldn't throw strikes. But he threw like 115 miles an hour. It was like, I think the early days of radar guns, they like tried to measure and like he was measured at like 125, which is like probably not true because that's like not possible. But he like threw very, very fast, and like most of the little character bits from Bull Durham, the Nuke LaLoosh character, are all like anecdotes from things that are said to have been done by Steve Dalkowski, like knocking out the mascot with a wild pitch or whatever. He would like have these games where he would throw no hitters where he walked 20 people and lost like 9-0, where it just like no one swung the whole game. I think he like struck out Hank Aaron looking at one point, and Hank Aaron was like, "I never saw the ball. I don't know what happened."
Oh
Um,
my god.
but he was also like a super. And if you look up pictures of him, he looks like a serial killer. He's like 5'6". He's not muscular. He's got huge glasses, like huge thick glasses.
Nuke Lelouch, Bull Durham is a good reference. I thought you were gonna say Ricky Vaughn in Major League,
Oh yeah, I think him
and
too.
and also like Sid Finch. You know that whole like
Yeah, yeah,
George Plimpton character,
yeah. As this guy was, he would either strike you out or walk you or like kill a fan.
or hit.
I
That's
think he
awesome.
was said he it was said he once won a bet by throwing a baseball clean through a fence, like so it made like a hole in the fence and came out the other side. Which who knows if that's
Oh
true?
man, I love that kind of story of like it is said that he once won a bet
Yeah.
by. You don't usually see that about people that were active in the 1970s. You know what I mean? It's usually
Yeah, but
like,
he was just in the minor leagues, so like none of this was recorded or
yeah.
anything.
What odds would you put on Major League Baseball actually happening this season?
Oh, I think they're going to do something.
Really?
I think they're going to do like games with no fans. It's
Risk.
funny how part of the proposal to bring it back involves DH in both leagues. Like
Oh, really?
that has nothing to do with it. You're just trying to sneak that through when you're doing some other big stuff.
I mean, you could almost say like if you didn't have the DH, you could just chalk up one at bat every 2 innings as an out.
Right, that's what we used to do in company softball when we didn't have enough people.
Exactly.
They could really adopt a lot of what we did.
Oh my god, dude! We could do ghost runners.
Yeah, it should just turn into like backyard wiffle ball.
Oh, that would be so cool.
What's
Now
like,
I'm in.
yeah, what's one-on-one baseball basically?
Yeah. Anyway, well, I've taken a lot of your time, but thank you very much for doing this. It's very fun.
No, thank you for having me.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I hope the end of Survivor goes the way you want it to go.
Oh god, I did too. Honestly, if fucking Sarah wins, I'm gonna be so mad. And I think she's got like it's like 50-50, I think. It's gonna be her or Tony. We're all dealing with a lot right now,
Yeah.
honestly.
Cool. Well, great to talk to you. I hope
Yeah,
to
good to
talk
see
to you
you.
again soon.
See you later.